Just checking everything's working. We have sound coming in from my mic, and let's just check we have some music coming in. Looking good. Right, so I hope everyone's well. It's been a little while since I've done a live stream. I've just been getting some other things kind of lined up, but I'm kind of back now, and I'm going to try and get these done much more regularly. So yeah, let's dive into it. So big day today, historic day, and yeah, I've just been following the kind of Donald Trump's farewell speech and the build up for the Joe Biden's inauguration. Is actually quite moving listening to him talking about Joe Biden and what he's been through in his life, with losing his wife and daughter in a car accident, and his son dying of cancer as well. It's pretty it's pretty moving stuff actually. Anyway, so enough of that. Let's just get into the track. So I'm going to be working on kind of a broken beat soul house kind of vibe, with some vocals from a vocalist I've worked with quite a lot called Femi Santiago. I just want to, before I start, say hi to Tuco. How you doing, Tuco? I hope you're well, man. I hope everything's good with you. So it's with a vocalist I've worked with a lot called Femi Santiago, who I did Complicated with, and I'm sure we'll be doing some other stuff with in the future. Now, I work as a mix and mastering engineer for CR2 Records, and I kind of helped found the sample tools by CR2 division of CR2 Records, the sample pack company, and through that we're involved in doing sample packs, and one of the packs we did was with Mousse T recently, and I kind of put him in touch with Femi, who I'd obviously done tracks with before, and he recorded some vocals, and as soon as I heard them, I was like, I need to make a track with these vocals because they just gave me like a rare groove soul kind of vibe, which I'm really into at the moment. And I've got loads of tracks coming out this year, which are going to be more on that kind of tip. So I did one version, which is more of a kind of soulful house kind of version, but I felt like I didn't go far enough in pushing it to be something which was like more in tune, authentic to that kind of vision that I had, which was like a kind of broken beat, soul kind of vibe. Yeah, so I've kind of come up with this new version, which I'm really excited about, but which is always the way when you come up with I'm always really excited about the latest thing I'm working on. I was really excited about the other version as well, so that's kind of just the way it goes. But I'm going to do some editing today. I'm trying to do everything I can to basically keep this stripped back as possible, but I've recorded some live drums which sound amazing. We're a guy from Fiverr, brilliant. I've got some fills there and some stuff at the end there. I've recorded some live percussion, some of which I've already arranged, but I've got the guy to record some extra parts for me, which is these are go-go's and woodblock parts. So I'm going to arrange those. I've got some extra live drums, which may or may not be required. So I'm going to go through those. And I've got some guitars, which I probably should, maybe I'll start with the percussion and then go on to the guitars, because those are the priority. And I put a post up this morning of kind of from the session, a little snippet of the session. So I'm going to be doing some editing on those as well, to just try and get them in there. So yeah, I kind of try and go for like a so house tracks 1 2 2, so it's fast, but kind of a bit of a Tom Misch kind of vibe as well on the track, which is again something I got from the vocal. Anyway, let me stop talking and actually do some editing and some work. So yeah, I just need to turn down these levels because I know that this track's ended up being really quiet. But I mean, I haven't even started mixing it yet, so that's fine. Okay, so let's see what this go-go gives us, and let's just have a little run through the track so you can hear what I'm working with. So this is totally unmixed, just like the raw production project essentially. Sunshine, shine. Sunshine, shining light. You give me sunshine. Sunshine, shining light. Sunshine, you're mine. I feel so good inside. Sunshine, if I could feel you one more time. So that is the track. So I just was playing the Agogo. That's I've never played it with the Agogo. I just want to hear what that sounded like. But it gives you an idea of what I'm working with. So this is like a Spotify kind of edit. I've been working recently when I've been producing. I've decided that I'm going to start with the Spotify edit because I really want to work on getting kind of Spotify really going and getting some tracks kind of going in the editorial playlists and it's just I think it's easier to actually make something longer from shorter than it is the other way around. I find it so painful cutting down the full version that I think actually it might make sense for me to expand the short version but make sure I've got a nice concise listenable short version for more of those platforms, because this bit here where it goes a bit crazy with the live drums, I love this section here. So that feels like to me it could just carry on and on and on for like on, but maybe that could be a minute and a half of like really going crazy. Could record some extra parts, maybe put some of the guitar parts in there, and yeah, I think that could definitely be extended, and the intro could be longer. But I don't want to start off with it and make it very complex from the start. I want it to be kind of clear and short and concise. Okay, so let's have a look at these Go-Go's. So I was hearing maybe a little bit of call and response with the Go-Go in this section, so let me just have a little play with this. So maybe we could just come in there. No, I don't think it. I think it's a bit random and a bit unnecessary. So maybe the second verse. Maybe there. Now I do actually have a cowbell. Where's that? Is that here? Okay, so the cowbell's not playing now actually, so that's cool. I know. What do we think, TK? Do we like the go-go bell? Let's do producing by a committee. Be quite useful actually, because sometimes you just can't. You're just blinded by decisions. So it'd be quite useful to actually have people you can ask. So yeah, I'm going to leave that in there. And then maybe here as well. I think actually it's better coming in there, because this bit I just want to be like crazy, like it just goes. It feels like there's loads of musicians in a room and they're all just looking at each other going, yeah, let's go for it, kind of thing. So actually having a little bit too much almost going on in that section, and it'd be a little bit hectic, as I'm cool with. So I say hi, Mohammed, as well. Thanks for tuning in, man. I hope you're good. So we'll leave the go-go there. Now, the next thing we have is a wood block. So these are kind of similar instruments. So this is cool because, I mean, I'm just seeing if anything sticks out, because the drums are already pretty much dialed in terms of not mixing wise, but the production. So anything that comes out of this is just kind of a bit of a bonus, I suppose. So let's have a playthrough with the wood block. Yeah, I like that wood block, but I don't think it's needed there. So maybe let's try it here. No, not there. No, I'm not sure. I quite like on the intro actually. I don't know how I take it away without it being a bit empty. Maybe like that. Yeah, I think because the music comes out there, maybe that could just work just as an intro part. Yeah, I like that. I think that works. Cool. So now we've got some guitar parts. So let's call this guitar 1. So I can see Mohammed is saying he didn't understand what I was saying. So I'll try and put my French, my biology and French degree to good use and say, Salut Mohamed, ça va? J'espère que tu vas bien et bienvenue ici pour le live stream aujourd'hui. J'espère que tu vas bien. Et voilà. So I hope that makes a bit more sense. Cool. So let's do. Let's have a look at some of these guitars now. So this is my friend Keith that I used to do a lot of guitar stuff with, but he's moved to Australia, and we did a Zoom little session this morning. I'll put a little clip up on Facebook if you want to check it out, and on Instagram. So yes, let's have a look what we got here. Let me just fill up. Let me just reload the green tea and the matcha combination. Okay, you can see that this looks like kind of some kind of dank pond water, but yeah, good. It tastes good. Okay. So the way I normally do this is I basically just go through and I just chop out bits that I like. I mean, I actually like all of that, but it's obviously he's just finding his range, as it were. But I could chop those out and put them in little places potentially. So.
You're mine.
Okay, so be really decisive and just delete those parts that I didn't choose. And that's like my first ones that I can. So I'm just trying to basically kind of hone in on what it is that I want to use. So just go through all the parts, find the bits of the parts that I like, and then go to those and find the best bits of those parts, and then I'll be left with just like a the best little bits basically. Yeah, so it's kind of convergent editing, I guess. Woo, pretty lively. I love that little bit there. Okay, let's take these out. Sometimes I find concentration waning slightly, and that's why I had to rewind it because I realised I hadn't really been concentrating, which is actually why I have quite a weird little trick here. So this is something from my piano practice. And I may even just do a little jam at the end on the piano, just because I'm trying to get as much piano practice in as possible. So it's quite a weird one, but so I have a stack here of 2p's, 2 pence pieces. If you can see, you probably can't see, but there's a load of 2p's there. So this is something I do when I'm playing the piano. So at the moment with the piano, literally my practice, as mad as it sounds, is 2 fingers, my little finger and my ring finger on my left hand, which are very, very weak, is just going metronome on the 2 and the 4. So it's 2, 4, 2, at 40 BPM, so super slow, and just going quarter note, quarter note, quarter note, quarter note, quarter note, quarter note, eighth note, 16th note. So it says ta ta ti 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 tika 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 ti 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 ta, and just going for like literally 10 minutes with little breaks. So I basically record myself doing it, and then I listen back, and every time I make a mistake, I put one of the two P's on the side, and every time I play it, I try and beat my score. I try and beat my score from the previous day, and I try and beat my score from the last time I did it. And it's amazing because it becomes like a game. Actually look forward to, can I beat my score? How am I going to do today? And I thought, how can I use that same principle in the studio? And I thought, every time I get distracted, and I'm not someone that has a big problem with like Facebook and those kind of things. I don't have a problem with getting distracted and going on Facebook. In fact, if I wasn't doing music, I probably wouldn't be on Facebook. If I'm totally honest. So yeah, I don't have that problem, but I maybe have problem getting distracted in my thoughts and thinking of other things, or maybe going down blind alleys and stuff like that. So I thought what I could do is put the two P's in the studio, and every single time I find myself getting distracted or caught up in thoughts that aren't useful or about the track, or just getting sidetracked or whatever. I'm making myself sound a bit crazy here. I'm not, but if you actually kind of audit what you're thinking, then you notice that sometimes you're getting caught up in things that aren't useful. Maybe thinking about the track, stage 8 of the track, when you're at stage 4. It's even just things like that. So I thought every time I do that, I'll put a TP from the pile. Then at the end of the session, I can say, okay, I got distracted 4 times. Tomorrow or the next session today, I'm going to try and beat that and get it down to 1 or 0 or whatever, and try and I say that I haven't actually been doing it. The TPs have been singing, and I keep on forgetting to do it. I do it religiously with the piano because it's really working out well. But yeah, I just thought it was an interesting thing to try. And I'm gonna, now I've talked about it, I'm gonna make sure from tomorrow I'm gonna really do that and make sure I'm completely focused when I'm working on stuff, because it means you get things done really quickly, and it's more enjoyable, and you're more likely to find flow, which I think is a lot of the reason why people do music and make music and are involved in it, is those moments that you get, which are kind of few and far between sometimes, but those moments where you really lose track of time and everything, one decision seems to lead to the next, and they're just magic, those moments, and I think that's part, we've all felt it. I mean, not necessarily making music, but doing whatever it is you love doing, and I think anything that means you're more likely to get into that flow, just try and set conditions where it's more likely to happen, is what I'm trying to say. Okay, cool. So let's go to this guitar part, which is obviously got like 2 different takes to it. So we'll go through the first take. Ooh. So this was me singing something to Keith, and he's basically he's played it. So I think that ba 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 ba. So Chico, who's got to go to work. Thanks for tuning in, man. See you again. And he said, thanks for. It said good French. Okay, cool. So let's just. I was just checking the chat, so I'll just go back a bit. Okay, some nice stuff in there. So let's get rid of these. Okay. Let's try this part. Whoa, that's loud. something not playing, something playing that shouldn't be. That's it. So there's a nice kind of solo in there, but it's not complete. So I might just get a hit of Keith to just work on the solo a little bit. We kind of did it right at the end of the day in Australia, so we kind of had a limited amount of time. Anyway, let's crack on with this this next part here. The thing is about this, I don't actually need very much. I want to keep this track really quite minimal. So I'm just looking for little ear candy kind of hooks. I'm going to stand up for a sec because I've been sitting down for a long time. I'm looking for kind of ear candy little hook stuff to just make things a bit more interesting. And just like those little moments. But I'm making a kind of very big effort to make my music a little bit simpler. And a little bit kind of not as just easier to make, and probably a bit easier to listen to in some ways, if that makes sense. Just not adding too much in there and trying to work longer on what's in there. I don't know, I had a really good quote the other day. It was actually from Canva. I don't know if any of you guys use Canva, but I've started doing all my own artwork recently using Canva, and I was going to do a live stream of it at some point, but I think it was a quote on there saying like, what was it? Oh God, something to do with simplicity and complexity. I wish I could remember what it was now, but it was basically kind of, saying that creativity is making the complex simple or something like that, and something else was the opposite. I'm absolutely butchering it, and I can't even remember who said it. But it was really cool, and it kind of got me thinking. And the best tracks to me are the simplest ones. And the music I'm making isn't, it's not tech house, so it's not going to be, by definition, it's a little bit more complex just because it's kind of, it's got a lot of layers to it, and that's how I want it to be. But I kind of want it to be like basically everything that's playing is there for a reason, and is kind of it's not just there because just for the sake of it. It's kind of fulfilling a role, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So I'm just looking for little hooky bits. So let's get back in.
If I
Could feel you one more time. Yeah, some nice stuff in there. Let's get rid of these. What I usually do is actually do like the macro comp that I'm doing now, and then I usually leave it a day, and then I'll do the next day. The next day I do the next level of comp, and sometimes even leave it another day and then do the final thing, depending on how many takes there are. Because I've been doing this for a little while now. But it's just 40 minutes into the stream. I haven't just been doing the guitars, but you know, sometimes I need fresh ears to then process what I've kind of edited out. Okay, next one. Cool, I like that one as well. So that is my macro comp of the guitars. So tomorrow, as I said, or whenever I revisit this track again, I'm going to go through and just work out my favorite ones of those and whittle it down to literally the best, like 1%, because I don't really want that much guitar in there. I just want it to be little little kind of things like that. So here we've got some live drums, and I've already got live drums in the track, but I'm just going to see if anything sticks from these. These might be really loud, so I can turn them right down. Yeah, I just want to see if anything comes out of these. So we've got kind of hats. I think there's some There's some snares as well, I'm sure. Weird. Maybe it's just hats on their own. Yep. I love that ride. I wonder if he's given me. I wonder if I can get away with. I don't really like the hat so much. Um, I might be able to fudge something with the ride so that it just chop it out so we don't have the core left overhead, right overhead, room, snare, core. I love live drums. I just love the sound of live drums. Especially coming from electronic background, I just find, I don't know, live drums just excite me so much. Because it's just like, I don't know, it just feels like you're, I don't know, it just makes such a change from working with electronic sounds, having like, yeah, just real drums. It just totally changes the vibe. Wow, we had some kind of weird. So there's something weird going on here with the crashes. You see here, like I've chopped the crash up, which is something I need to remedy because he's given me the drummer gave me the crash on its own, so I need to put the crashes in. But I really like that, the sound of that ride like that. Is it just there? No, that's just a hat. I love the sound of those rides. Just it's like a drum and bass tracks. They'd always layer in like an old school loop with loads of high frequencies and high pass it, and then blend it in. It just gives you that kind of like just that atmosphere that it doesn't even. It's just yeah. It's just I love it. So let me just try that on the choruses because maybe, or maybe the verses. I don't. Let's just try it in to different places. Yeah, I wonder if I can. I want to try and chop out just the ride on its own without the without that last hat in there, without the open hat in there. Let's just see if this works. If I try something like that, if I could get kind of like a couple of bars out of this, I reckon might be in business. Let's try something like that. Um, I really should be taking If I want to do it properly, I should be taking some kind of like not repeating the same parts. That would be the best thing to do. But I think I'm getting away with it. And in fact, taking like this would be better. Taking a longer section. Let's try something like that. One of it sounds a little bit strange on that last one. But you probably would have noticed it in the mix, but let's just see if we can get it sound a bit more natural. Let's just try that and see what it sounds like. I think that works. So it could be something just to fill out the choruses. Or maybe even these sections. That was cool. Take it out there. Okay, I might just take that out. I actually like the end part, the live drums, as it is, so I don't need the rides out, I don't think. Yeah, I like that. It's really adding something. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Brilliant. So that's adding a really nice vibe. I don't think I need any of the other mics. I'm just using the room and the overheads, which is where you get the ride from anyway, really. Okay, cool. So let me see. I've got some hidden tracks here. Where have they gone? So I know that the I know that the drummer recorded some crashes on their own. I don't know where. That's not even the right track. I don't know where they are at all. In fact, are they here? Yeah, it looks like maybe they're here. Let me see what this is. Oops. I love those kind of cymbal swells. So let's take this crash. I need to sort out that fill because it's like so budget sounding. So probably be quicker just to bounce this down. But this is the hard thing about using live drums, is that obviously to make the crash, there's all these different mics that are layered up, which I don't necessarily need all of them, but my kind of OCD brain won't let me just bounce it down. I kind of feel like I need to look at mixing the mics and stuff like that. But let's just actually delete all this stuff here. So I need to make sure that I have a crash playing where I've chopped that fill, because basically the drum fill carries on, right? So I don't want to have a drum fill carrying on. I don't want a drum fill carrying on, but I don't want the crash to be cut short. As you can hear there, it's kind of it's been cut off. So I can kind of do something like that. Let me make sure I'm not chopping the start of it off. Let's try that in the mix.
You want more
There you go. So let's try some of the others. So I kind of don't want to. I don't know if it's possible, but it'd be quite nice to kind of blend. What happened there? To blend almost between, to get the tail of. I don't know if that's going to work, but try doing something like this, kind of blending the. Blending between the kind of. Yeah, this is probably going to sound ridiculous, but anyway, let's just see what happens. Yeah, just a bit. So I think actually, I don't know why I'm doing that. I just need to chop this cymbal crash out. Simpler.
I feel so good inside. Sunshine. If I could feel you one more time.
So I think I've inadvertently copied this down a track too low. So yeah, I just need to go through. I need to go through and just arrange those crashes so they're all in the right place. But let me just see about this. So just to finish off, I don't know what the latency is going to be like on here, but so I'm working with, I'm doing a lot of piano practice, and I'm working with E flat at the moment. So I wonder if I try 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If I try transposing this down and try just doing a little bit of jamming in E flat and see what happens. Is that right? Oh yeah, of course. No, that's not right because it's the wrong key. So it needs to be C minor. 1, 2, 3, 2, 3. I think this is bending my mind a little bit, but I think that's right. Let me think about this. Of course, I was transposing the wrong way. Okay. There you go. So it's just fun. I'm quite enjoying Just playing the piano and getting a bit more strength in my fingers and being able to play a bit faster. I mean, it's all a bit noodly and it's not something which necessarily is going to find its way onto a track, but at the moment. But actually, that piano part that I play that you can hear, that's me playing the piano. So that's kind of quite a good important moment really, because I wouldn't have been able to do that, um, even a year ago. So just like 10 minutes a day, more than that, 20 half an hour a day maybe. Um, I can feel it paying off, and I can feel my fingers starting to get faster and stronger. And the most important thing is that it's becoming like I feel motivation to do it just because it's so enjoyable to do that, to be able to just play like that and jam along, even if it's. Um, I need to work more on integrating kind of harmony and making it a bit more focused around a melody rather than just kind of going up and down a little bit. But it's getting there, and it feels good. So that's going to be my live stream for today. I hope you found it interesting. It's not, it's a lot of it's very repetitive. I understand that, but I want to make the live streams, just they are what they are. That's what I'm doing in the studio. That's what I'm going to do. The problem I have a lot of time is I'm doing the same. If I have tracks that are all at the same stage of development, then I'm doing the same things on all the tracks. So live streaming, it just becomes like uber um, repetitive, and I don't really want that. So I thought today at least I was doing something a little bit different. But I want to get to the point where the live streaming is, I'm just going to try and make like not whole tracks, well maybe whole tracks, but once I get my improvisation better, is like just doing more like jamming and recording stuff in and trying to make things in a much more immediate way and doing mixing as I go, so I can show more things in a live stream. But for now, it is what it is, and I've got tracks that are at varying stages of development. So I may maybe try and fit one in during the rest of the week for something. But thanks to everyone who's joined me today, and I hope you enjoyed. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will be back live streaming as soon as possible. Thanks, guys.